Are you done yet?
No, Dad, I'm 12.
Talk to me after you invent a new blockchain.
That was old.
That's a
That
good
was
one.
old. Okay.
It's good to see people inventing new things.
Welcome to Truth Tuesday on my channel. We just got done over on Lisa's. You can go check that out. We're not doing it in any kind of call it. Like, you can go watch it after this one if you're watching this one for the first time.
Yeah. Stay where we're live and then watch the other one.
Welcome everyone.
Thanks
for Boston. Sean Henderson here. All right, yeah. Hey Tom. Crypto Camelot Gaming. Yeah, that's my channel. I'm streaming there. Hey Jim. All right.
We have a new friend, Crypto Camelot Gaming, but that's your gaming channel.
Yeah.
So everybody can.
I never use
that.
There's a lot of subscribers. So what are we going to talk about? I want to talk about a couple things.
So many things.
A couple tinfoil hat things. Matter of fact, there's one thing that's actually kind of freaky. Do you remember? Oumuamua? You remember Oumuamua?
God bless you. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay, it's that space penis that came by Earth, but it moved into different ways to where it had to be a spacecraft because it was they thought it was a giant asteroid. But it looks like that thing from Star Trek 3, with the whales.
You know who you're talking to.
Look a lot like that. Yeah, I'm talking to the chat.
Okay, good, because I'm like, I do not know what it looks like in Star Trek 3.
Let's see. So here's a video. So it was about a year ago that it came really close, and then it did odd things and moved in weird ways that are not like it changed speeds.
I'm sure it was just an anomaly.
And
that's
they just like, we can't explain it. We can't explain it.
Mm-hmm.
But so it came, flipped around the sun. If you read here, leaves to never come back again. Oumuamua. It's huge, cylindrical.
I heard there's an asteroid that's supposed to get close to us in like 5 years. Is this the same one?
No, this is supposed to be gone. This is the Oumuamua.
Okay.
But guess what has happened?
It wasn't destroyed by the sun when it hit the sun, and
no, it was never. It never was destroyed by the. It was destroyed by the sun. It slingshot around the sun. It is coming back. It will be here probably in about 10 days.
perfect.
See that? Remember this thing? See, it looks like a turd there.
Okay.
It changed direction. Scientists were like taking pictures of it. It came real close to the Earth, and boom, it leaves. That was it right there.
Maybe that's why Uncle Cliff's doing the chemtrail challenge, trying to catch visible signs of this instead, but without mentioning it.
But now, it's I don't know if you see this. It's scientists talking to alternative media. There is this is from a year ago. It's Time, and Time is the one that was talking about it a year ago. That it's just coming and going. Don't worry about it. But it's back, and it was supposed to never come back. It left our solar system. It's a big deal that it's come back. Yes,
I know. I was trying to help you pronounce it.
Our professor took a lot of hard hits for calling it a spaceship. It's not naturally made. Your conspiracy brain.
I just have a lot of questions.
So it's really, really crazy that it's back. There's no reason for it to. There can't be any explanation. It was supposed to like never come back.
Never come back.
Even if never, then maybe it would come back and
And wouldn't they have known before now that it was coming back?
Yeah, they've said that it's not natural, because it didn't do natural things. It changed directions, and you can't do that without something interfering or it being able to control itself.
To
So
protect.
that is something that I think we really need to look at. And I thought it was odd. It's not like kooky channels. It's scientists that are talking about it, but they're not. It's not being reported on. So it's like the people who know what they're talking about, and they're on they're on big podcasts and decent sized channels, but that's not what should be happening. That they should be on,
CNN.
real news organizations talking.
Why isn't someone worried about this?
It is very, very, very odd.
Don't panic the people.
Other thing that I think is coming. I think this is going to be a big thing. This is my less it leaks gas, but still, it changed direction and then went back. So there was no way they could explain it, and then except for being a spacecraft. But technically, Earth is a spacecraft. We're all on a spacecraft. We're on a ball moving around in space. So, the professor did get in trouble for saying that. So we'll go through my Twitter because there's something I think is going to happen. They're going after Clarence Thomas hard.
I've heard some of that.
And I think they're trying to connect his wife to J6. And so if they can, if they can, now they're saying, holy shit, every branch of government was in on it. And Clarence Thomas, I don't want him to leave. But I remember this quote when he was going through the Anita Hill stuff. He's like, no job is worth this. He didn't look at it like as a calling or the pinnacle of what he'd work for.
It's like humanity kind of thing.
He's like, it's a job, man. It's a good job. I'll take the job. But he's like, no job is worth this.
But he's one of the few. Remember, they just did that audit on their assets, and for as long as he's been in that position, he has the least value or whatever, which means he's probably taking the least amount of bribes. Right. Probably the most honest guy on there.
Not bribes, but they're gifts, and they're trying to go after him for the gifts that he's taken. Because they really want to mess with the Supreme Court, because like I've said 100 times, that's the last thing holding the country together. This is why they're banning TikTok. This stuff's being reported. Stop it. So Bidenomics, $1,000 tree stores closed, 900 Walgreens, 400 Foot Lockers, 400 Burger Kings, 413 Kroger's, 429 Regal Cinemas, 350 Gaps. It's a lot of gaps. 150
a lot of these stores that are staying open, like Dollar Tree and Burger King and all that, are going to employee-less, zero employees.
Yeah.
Self-checkout, and somebody unlocks the door. I don't know if they ever even close it, and everything's automated, and it's kind of crazy.
There's NASA, and then there's the other space agency, the real space agency. This is hilarious. If a mechanic took 47 years to work on your car and it was still broken, would you hire him for another 4 years?
Jesus, help us.
Oh, you're kidding me. I just messaged him. Stop it.
Are you serious?
Wow, I hope not. I was trying to get him on Thursday. It was Muammar Gaddafi. He went to St. Kitts, and then he went back to his country. been hearing, reading up on him and learning more about him. It's kind of interesting. So I think they're going to go after Clarence Thomas. I think they're going to try to stack the Supreme Court and kill the Supreme Court. I don't know if you know this, but do you know what AOC did?
No.
She said that the president should use his executive power and override the Supreme Court decision because they're wrong and they're like making unjust laws. So they need to be. So basically, said the president needs to not obey the Supreme Court's ruling, and we need to, as Congress needs to not obey their ruling, and we need to do this. And that is 100% against her oath. 100% is her doing that. But yeah, she's saying some not just stupid, but like stupid, scary stuff.
How is that not overthrowing justice or the system? Or
it is, and they could, based on her saying that, investigate it, and that could kick her out. Harvey Weinstein's getting out.
I heard. I cannot believe
free.
Insane.
I think one of the big reasons for that is there's some show that's coming out, and I think it's maybe Acolyte Star Wars or something else. But there's this woman who's in charge of it, the showrunner, director, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's terrible. It's just putting a chick in it to make her gay." Blah blah blah. But people were talking about how she was Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. And that's every YouTuber, everyone's talking about this chick is Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. So already, I'm not going to watch this, and then this and that, and Disney sucks. So basically, they killed the show. So she's not, I think that was a big wake-up call.
Oh, okay.
And literally weeks after that, now he's getting out. He's going to have that overturned, which is just, it's in your face.
Insane.
In your face how things don't work and who's in control. But that's, I think part of it. And then basically, where was it? Is this it? Yeah, Matt Wallace. He's going to launch an investigation to every member of the New York Appeals Court who overturned Weinstein's rape conviction, because they're owned.
They have to be, compromised.
It's obvious that these people are not working for the law. Forget about working for you, but just working for the law.
They're not working for truth. I said that he said that he got some more information that Vera was arrested in Spain for tax fraud by the U.S. to be extradited to the U.S. Department of Justice. He paid too little in exit taxes when he renounced his citizenship. Short paid his, quote, exit tax. Wow. You have to now.
Spain, just like.
They're going to get there.
Like
that's a coincidence, huh?
When the government betrays the needs of its people, it's no longer the government, it's their enemy. That was good. This is something that I think we should start looking at. I know that when there's a tragedy like the young woman that was in college and she got murdered by the illegal, and how these things would not happen if the southern border were secure. But over in Europe, they've had like these open borders, and they've been just bringing in migrants, bringing in refugees. The more the merrier. And the statistics on the bad crimes are insane, like rapes, assaults. There's like hundreds of percents up. And this was talking about how in Australia,
excuse me, sorry,
Russia,
I couldn't mute fast enough.
Women that have been killed, as of November 17th, 49 women were killed in Australia. It was like, it's like this year, or what, it's like 4 months in, and it's already like the same as last year.
Wow.
Grape in Sweden up, what is that? From 1,000 all the way up to 6,000.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting to see that with these crimes, but there's a lot of people that came here and they were not vetted. It's not saying that whatever country they're from, but I mean, they're
Well, not only that, they were emptying their insane asylums and jails of their dangerous criminals and sending them, shipping them over here to us because they didn't want to take care of them. So it's not just people coming here looking for a good life. I mean, this open border was weaponized against us, we the people, because
that is true. This is something that I thought was interesting. What was I looking at? I was looking at something, and it was I was talking to Ted about it. Oh yeah. What's that guy's name? The one. So Christ is going through. He's carrying the cross through the streets, and he stumbles. And the guy goes up to him. He's like, "Get up, man! Get up! You can't be laying around. Get up and start walking." And he's like, "I will rest when I get to the mountain, but you will never find rest in this world. You'll never rest." That guy is supposed to, now he doesn't die. It's called the Wandering Jew. But he was showing up in Europe. This guy, what the hell was his name? It's like the Count of something. And he would say, yeah, he was brilliant. He knew tons about history. He would talk about it like he was there. He was, the king of France. Would put him up in Germany. He was real smart about alchemy. He said he could remove the flaws from gemstones. But he's a con dude. Most likely he's a con dude. What the heck was his name?
Did you see the latest Dune movie?
No, we haven't seen it yet.
They extract the worm adrenochrome and then they feed it to you and call it the water of life.
Don't try to explain it to me. That will be offensive.
If it doesn't kill you,
then you become the Shayalud. Is it what you're talking about? Yeah, they take the it's poisonous. Either it kills you or
right. The mom and the son had learned alchemy, how to like transmute, I think is a word he used, the poison. And so then they believed they were like anyway.
No, they just drank it. She was been a Jesuit, but she was pregnant.
Jesuit.
So
I don't know what's going to happen about that yet. I haven't got that far.
Anyway, but listen. So people thought that he may have been a vampire. And vampire comes all throughout history. And then I remember this one, it was a show or a movie. I like vampire movies, vampire shows. There was they found out what was that vampires needed. They needed adrenaline because they were made this deal. They were getting blood bank blood, and they were dying. It was like a slow death. It wasn't. They weren't able to get what they needed, and they always said they needed the fear, and then the scientific form of what they needed is adrenaline. So that's why their victims were terrified. Shoots the adrenaline into the blood. They drink the blood to get the adrenaline. So it's not just the blood they needed. They needed the adrenaline. And there's been several scientists and doctors that have said there is a vampirism. It's a real thing. It's a very rare disease that some people have had and it's just like throughout history that this has been brought up. But I wonder if the evil people that we all think and agree are very evil become that, and they need this in order to exist and to live. Just a weird thing, I thought.
That's why all the satanic rituals, that's why Madonna's bathing in a bath of blood. That's why way back when, do you remember when Angelina Jolie was dating Billy Thornton or whatever his name was? And they had each other's blood in a necklace around them. Then some rapper made blood Nike shoes. I mean, it's all about the blood sacrifice, I think.
Just, you notice anything? And it's like, just before, it was 1999, before everyone had like cell phones. We're all just, like looking at each other and talking to each other. That's about all. Hillary admitted that they created ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
This is Michelle Obama talking about Harvey Weinstein, such a wonderful person and great.
Mm-hmm.
There's Whoopi. They were very close to Harvey Weinstein.
Mm-hmm.
There's Brock Pierce, who was talking about Roger Ver.
He's a creep. Not Roger Ver, but there's my yard.
There's your yard.
I'm very proud of my flowers.
Yes, getting to America, getting into Disneyland. Thought that was pretty funny. I got Roger's book. I'm reading it now. And there's World Blockchain Roundtable.
Well, that's where we'll see everybody next time.
Yeah, I was trying to get Roger to come on, but
I know.
Now
we'll have to do an update on that and talk about Reggie's new white paper. Let's see what everybody thinks.
There was a lot of pictures of Big Mike on a yacht with Tom Hanks hanging out with them. Paparazzi photos. She did have a towel around her lower part of her body. She was in a wet swimsuit.
I saw like a side picture, and like her thighs are like my husband's. But
they sleep in the dirt or the coffins. They're grounded, hence they live longer. Hey, I was going to look into that grounding thing because I don't touch ground very often at all. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh man, no, we have had some crazy personal stuff, but I'll fill you in later.
I think everyone should watch for this Omamu thing. I don't know. I have a weird feeling about it, and the fact that like all the major news outlets were talking about it a year ago and said it's gone. It's just this weird thing that passed through our solar system, and it did act weird, and then it's back like literally almost to the day a year later. Very, very weird. Also, down in the description of today's video, there is a link, an ad to Apex, which I did a review on that. You can look, like I think the last, no, there's like one before that. Anyway, Apex. If you go and set up an account, it's a decentralized DEX. Decentralized DEX. That's redundant. It's a decentralized exchange, but you can do spot trading and you can do leverage trading. It's solid exchange, but they're going to give away $200 to one of my viewers that sign up. Use my link in there, put that in there. You have to deposit $10. I think is one of the. I think it's one of the, and you get matched that. But yeah, I think at the end of the week they're going to give away $200 to one or two of y'all that sign up. So use my little code when you sign up, and hopefully, good luck, you win. That is about it. It was a good hanging out with y'all. Let's see if I can find a video. Oh, it's gonna do the Justin. There's I already played that one. I like the Justin one. That was just Justin Sun. I thought it was funny.
You're releasing Libra. I just want to know if you can tell me what a cryptocurrency is and what a blockchain is.
I don't know the answer to that